Good morning everybody, welcome to another tutorial, and today I'm going to be just showing how to share files between a phone and a computer wirelessly. There's several ways you can do this, but we're going to be using a NAS server in between. I've covered NAS servers in the past, and I've actually showed a different method on how to actually share files in that between one device to another. But today we're going to be using a slightly method. This is if you want to be more specific and share specific files rather than having to sync a folder like I showed on the last tutorial. We're going to be showing how to share specific photos. So for this tutorial we're going to just be taking a random photo. So let me just put up the camera. So pretty much let's get into it. So this is the network location. There's been a slight upgrade to the system, or to the NAS server, since the last time I've done a tutorial. It has gone from 2 terabytes to 3. So if we go to the main network, I've don't got the My Passport drive that used to show up under here. I've still got the original Elements SC25FE drive, but I've got a new 2 terabyte drive called the Elements 10B8 01 and 02. So that's one drive but two partitions. That's a 2 terabyte drive, but I've got a 122 gig partition in the 10B8 02, and the SE drive is still the same. I haven't modified anything. That's still got a 50 gig guest storage as well, with the rest of it being reserved for what I do on it, and guests can access both drives. But for this tutorial we're going to be using the 10B802 because that's a guest location. So I'm actually doing this from a guest point of view. So both of these devices are logged in as guests. So what I'm going to do is just a second. I'm going to take a random photo. Just let me pull up the camera. So we'll take a random photo of the DJ controller. So let me just get that in. Oh, hang on, I'll just turn off the timer, because I've got the timer bloody on my... I've got the timer on. There it is, timer off. Cool. So I just turned the timer off. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a random photo of the controller. Take two. There we go. So what I want to do is, and I want to share those files to my computer. So I'm going to be copying them to the network. I'm going to be using an application called ES File Explorer. I've used this one for years. It's always been reliable. There's a specific version of it that I keep, because there's a couple of ES File Explorers, but they don't do the network browsing. So I'm just going to invert the color so I can see properly. Just a second. So what we've got here is we've got the SD card that's in the phone, and the internal storage that's in the phone, and a few categories and application stuff. So we want to pull the drawer out, the side drawer, and if we go into network, we'll go under LAN. Here's the server, the NAS server, and this is the same locations as we've seen on over here. So just get rid of that start menu. So these locations are both the same. So you got the 10B8 drives, and then you got the Elements SC25FE drive. So we're going to be putting both devices in the 10B802 because the 01 drives are read-only to guests. They can't modify anything. It's only the 02 drives, as I said in my past tutorial. So on the computer we're going to go to the Elements 10B8-02 partition, and on this one we're going to be going on the, where is it, it's the 10B802 over here. They usually change locations on the ES File Explorer, or change positions depending on which one's been modified the latest. So now what we're going to do is since we're at this location, we're going to swipe left to right, go back and open another window to open another home screen. And we're going to go to the internal, DCIM, camera. These are the two photos I just taken, just to give you a look. So we're going to send these, we're going to copy and paste these, or cut and paste these two files to the network. So we're going to go to highlight these. So we're going to go to cut, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to, my screen is a little bit cracked, I have to magnify the screen so I can get the cut into the part of the screen that's not cracked. So just triple tap the screen and you're going to see everything blowing up. See, we've got copy, cut, so we're going to click the cut, and after we click the cut we want to swipe right to left again so we can go back to the network location, and if you can see over there we've got a paste. So let me do the same thing. Since it's cracked on the bottom, I have to magnify the thing so I can get paste into the big screen and get it to a place where I can actually click it, paste, and we are copying. So those were both pictures, so that didn't take too long, only because they're little files. They would be a bit longer if they were video clips or movies or music files. But anyway, those pictures are on the network now. So if we go back to the laptop, as you come a bit closer, these are the two photos I just uploaded to the network. So if we click on them, the resolution's a bit out. It's only because of the software I'm using. But pretty much in a nutshell, these are the two photos that I just taken. Yep, I have to adjust the resolution, but pretty much, yeah, I think it's because of the program I'm using. But it did share them successfully. These are the photos that are on here. I'll see if I can open it using another program actually, because that program that I'm opening it with is only displaying half of the resolution. Just so I can show you fellas that it actually works. Oh, I don't. Oh, no wonder why I'm using print to open it, because it's the only one. But as I said, it was successful, and I was just demonstrating another way to show I shared files between a phone and a computer wirelessly. And this is guests, so one guest could have this phone and another guest could have this laptop. They want to share files between each other, they can, with the NAS server in between. So yeah, I just thought I'd make a quick tutorial on another way how to share files between an Android device and an iPhone, and a computer. I could also do this between an Android device and an iPhone. So with the new iPhones, the iOS 13.3 and above, they've actually added the NAS server browsing in, where you can connect to a NAS server in the Files app. So I could actually add a iPhone or iPad to this network and share files either between an iPhone and an Android, two iPads, or a phone, an Android phone and an iPhone, even a computer and an iPhone, computer and an iPad. So having a NAS server actually, I'd say it's convenient only because of having a centralized storage, which actually does all the trick. It's a storage on the network, which NAS stands for Network Attached Storage. So yeah, without my rambling, I hope you learned something new today. I was just demonstrating how to share files between two devices on the network. I'm actually going to delete these files now because I don't need them. They were just example. And as a guest, you can modify the TNB802. So without further ado, everyone have a good day. I just thought I'd do this quick tutorial before I started getting busy. And yeah, till next time, ciao.